Hello, welcome and good afternoon. This is our 32nd annual celebration. American Literacy Corporation is excited to have the opportunity to acknowledge, celebrate, and reward these outstanding educators from all over California. I would like to welcome our winners, their families, colleagues, administrators, school board members, and friends joining us this afternoon. Award winners and presenters, rename yourselves, please, using your full name so we can make sure that when your part of the program comes up, we are ready to highlight you and give you access. All right. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about our program today. We're going to welcome and during our welcome and introductions, we're going to tell you a little bit more about our organization. But most importantly, we are really here to acknowledge our winners, our 2023-24 Outstanding Contributions to Literacy Award winners. Please stay until the end. We're going to have some mini celebrations and breakout rooms so you can have a chance to congratulate winners. And we just don't have time during the middle of the program, so please stay until the conclusion of all the awards. During our closing, we will be having a toast, so hopefully you have a glass nearby and a beverage to help us toast to our winners. And we're going to take some gallery shots at the end as well, so we're hoping that everyone can stay till the end, especially our winners, so we can get some shots of everyone to use on our website. We're just so glad that everyone can join us. Now I'd like to introduce our board members. Melanie Oliver, Lynn Gurney, Tamara Manzapit, Mike Barney, Julie, and myself, Joni Smith. Now, Mike will let everyone know a little bit more about American Literacy Corporation, our history, and who we are.
So this all started 32 years ago, and it was founded in 1992 by Dr. Joe Stanchfield and her husband, Stuart, and some friends. And really what they wanted to do is they wanted to create a nonprofit that focuses on recognizing teachers that are doing extremely well with their students in the areas of literacy, but also to promote literacy skills in general. Dr. Joe Stanchfield was internationally recognized for her research, her knowledge, and her enthusiasm in increasing the literacy. Dr. Joe Stanchfield had a favorite quote, and which she took from Plato, and then she put it in the context of education. Those having torches will pass them on to others. First of all, in the context of education, this implies that teachers have the torch of literacy, that they have the knowledge and understanding of the meaning of literacy. Secondly, Plato implies that those who have the torch will also have the desire and the will to pass it on. Enthusiastic, caring teachers pass this torch to their students. And really, that kind of sums up our mission. Our main focus in this organization, this nonprofit organization, is really to recognize fantastic teachers, just like we're doing tonight. But also the other one is, and on our website, you'll see a variety of tools, but it's also to recognize and to say, what do we need to do to increase the literacy skills within all our students? So I would like to introduce our next presenter, Melanie Oliver, who will be sharing goals and awards that we'll be presenting today. Melanie?
Thank you, Mike. I get to talk a little bit more about our goals, and I believe that everyone here in this session would agree with me that educators are surely hard workers. And as educators, we absolutely love to celebrate our students. We absolutely love to celebrate our colleagues. However, most of us are not so comfortable being in the limelight and celebrating ourselves. And our founder, Dr. Joe, believed that every educator that was teaching literacy and making a difference should be celebrated. And she wholeheartedly and appreciated effective educators everywhere. So one of the goals of the American Literacy Corporation is to not only recognize and reward exceptional teachers, we also strive to increase the literacy level of all students. To help support this, you can visit our website, and there's free read-aloud strategies that were created by Dr. Joe herself, and they are available to all. Something else that I get to do tonight is I get to tell you a little bit more about the awardees' favorite books that they read aloud to their students. So the first book that we have up here is from Vicki Moore, and it's Jabari Jumps by Gaia Cornwall, and that holds a special place in Vicki's heart. Vicki writes, in this sweet book, Jabari is working up the courage to take an important leap off a diving board at the pool. This is relatable as we are all at different seasons of our lives, and we face big, important leaps. It also opens up a great discussion to her students regarding goal setting. She loves the story because sitting by the pool, she is an avid reader, avid swimmer and avid reader. This story takes place on a journey of overcoming and having a growth mindset when we aren't really sure of the outcome. It encourages the power of yet, and it inspires all of us to serve as a great reminder and to remind us of what we truly are capable in life. The second book brought to our attention by Paula Navarro, something that I want to read myself, and it's called Speak, and it's by Lori Halse Anderson. And this book follows the challenges and difficulties faced by a ninth grade girl starting high school. The book allows her class to open up and have honest conversations about their identity and how they view school, the way they want to be perceived by their peers and their family. And it does an excellent job of highlighting the importance of speaking up and using our voices. Our next winner, Nancy Rogers Zagara, her favorite book is called The Magical Yet, and this is another one I want to read to my grandkids. The Magical Yet by Angela de Terlizzi. It's the story that talks about the power of yet. There may be things you can't do right now, but if you keep dreaming, keep leaping, keep trying, keep learning, with the yet as your guide along the way, you'll do all things you can't do today, but will do in the future. It sounds like a powerful story about believing in yourself, being brave, courageous, persistent, and accomplishing things you never thought possible, by never forgetting that yet can get you where you want to be. Thank you to all three ladies for sharing these books with us. And now I have the pleasure of introducing our next member, Tamara, and she's going to share with us a little bit more about the awards.
Thank you, Melanie. One of my favorite things about being on this board is being able to review all of your video submissions and your amazing resume. As a teacher myself, I have taken so many strategies and techniques that you guys have used within these videos and applied it. So your hard work along literacy is going much further than the students that you're working with. One of our goals, as mentioned earlier by Mike, was that we reward teachers for their hard work around literacy. So this year, our 3 award winners will be receiving a $3,000 personal grant, a $500 grant for their school, and if they're part of a CRA chapter, they will also receive a $500 check for their. My second favorite thing after watching your guys' amazing videos and looking at those resumes and just helping me push forward is to see what you guys do with your site grant. So the $500 grant is there for you guys to choose anything that you want to do to enrich either the lives of your students or your school. So some things that we've seen in the past are author visits. We've seen small group readers be purchased, amazing literacy night, anything that you can think of that's really going to help reach your students in your school. Just find that passion to be lifelong learners. So we look forward to that. I know Johnny will be sending an email out pretty soon, letting you guys know the expectations of that. Again, we are super excited to see what you guys are able to do with that. Now I have the honor to pass it over to Lynn.
Thank you, Tamara. And I have the pleasure to read the poem Smile, a favorite of Dr. Joe's and mine. And Dr. Joe, as you know, was the founder of the American Literacy Corporation. A smile costs nothing, but gives much. It enriches those who receive without making poor those who give. It takes but a moment, but the memory of it sometimes lasts forever. None is so rich or mighty that he can get along without it, and none is so poor but that he can be made rich by it. A smile creates happiness in the home, fosters goodwill in business, and is the countersign of friendship. It brings rest to the weary, cheer to the discouraged, sunshine to the sad, and it's nature's best antidote for trouble. Yet, it cannot be bought, begged, borrowed, or stolen, for it is something that is of no value to anyone until it is given away. Some people are too tired to give you a smile. Give them yours, as none needs a smile so much as he who has no more to give. And now it's my pleasure to introduce Julie Dooley, be setting the stage for our award presentations. Thanks, Julie.
Thank you, Lynn. Good evening. This is my favorite part of the evening. I'm sure it's the reason we're all here this evening. This is the opportunity for us to celebrate and recognize each one of our award winners this evening. As with all things education, we have a protocol that we will follow. So this is how this is going to go. First, we're going to introduce you to the winner, and then we're going to turn it over to their presenter. They have each invited somebody or some buddies to introduce them and share some amazing things about what makes them so unique and so special and worthy of being an outstanding contributor to literacy. Then when that speech is done, we will take just a little mini moment to celebrate, give some shout outs. You can come off mic, say woot woot, or you can just clap and give a round of applause. Then what we will do is we will hear a pre-recorded message from each one of our award winners. They will share a few words about what this means to them. And then we will roll right into the next award winner. So we're going to go in the order that you see on the screen. We'll start with Vicki Moore. We'll celebrate Paula Navarro, and then we'll end with Nancy Rogers-Zagara this evening. After our individual presentations, we will be opening breakout rooms where you'll be able to go into a space to celebrate and congratulate the award winner that you are here tonight to celebrate. It'll be short, 2 to 3 minutes, but then we'll come back. We're going to raise a toast and cheers to each one, to everyone, and then we'll end our celebration. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Melanie, who's going to introduce our first winner.
Thank you, Julie. And as you're talking, I got to look at some of the family members here in the gallery, and I just love to see your smiles, especially there's some little kids in there. If you get a chance, that brings joy to my heart. So thank you again for being here tonight. And our first honoree, our awardee, is Victoria Moore. She teaches at Alamos Elementary in Temecula Valley Unified School District, and her award tonight is presented by her principal, Jennifer Ainsworth.
Good afternoon. My name is Jennifer Ainsworth, the principal of Alamos Elementary School in Temecula, California. It is with great pleasure to introduce a colleague, a friend, and a literacy champion for children. She just also happens to be the recipient of the Outstanding Contributions to Literacy Award for the 2024 school year. I am delighted to introduce and congratulate literacy specialist, Mrs. Vicki Moore. In her reading advocacy role at Alamos Elementary School, Mrs. Moore supports students in kindergarten through grade 3. Of course, it comes as no surprise that Mrs. Moore was nominated and selected for this award, as she is always looking for opportunities to promote the importance of literacy, and I have been delighted to support her efforts. Mrs. Moore has significantly contributed to our staff's professional development and understanding of early literacy as it relates specifically to the science of reading and its impact on young readers. Her engaging work within our literacy cohort last year provided teachers with a thorough, evidence-based body of research on how children learn to read. Her coaching sessions emphasize the importance of explicit, systematic instruction in areas such as phonemic awareness, fluency, vocabulary, and comprehension. Mrs. Moore's comprehensive professional development plan included opportunities for model lessons, co-teaching, collaboration, and feedback. This school year, Mrs. Moore has been instrumental in her new role as a Raise Them Up leader and facilitator. RAISE, with a double A, is yet another academic acronym to add to our collection that stands for Raising Academic Achievement with Interventions, Supports, and Encouragement. Mrs. Moore meets with a small group of students weekly to help do just that, support and encourage. Her diligent efforts to improve literacy for our students with disabilities is commendable. Raise them up? There is no doubt she will. There is no doubt that Mrs. Moore is an advocate for young readers, and her work in literacy has powerfully impacted our school community. As a school leader, I am privileged to share Mrs. Moore's significant accomplishments with you. Please help me in recognizing and congratulating Mrs. Vicki Moore.
Yes, please unmute your mic and give Vicki a great round of applause. And let's hear from Vicki herself.
Hi everyone, it is such a thrill and honor to be here tonight, and I am so grateful for the American Literacy Corporation for taking the time to celebrate us. Thank you so much for all that you do for literacy. I love how you highlight and honor Dr. Joe Stanchfield's legacy through your read aloud strategies, supporting educators, and your mission to find educators like myself who share in your passion. Thank you so much also to Joni for all of your support along the way and answering all of my questions. And for the board, clearly you love all the things that you do for literacy and to make us feel special behind the scenes. So thank you so much for your work and dedication as well. I'd also like to say thank you to Nancy and Paula for your contributions to literacy as well, and to say that I'm just humbled to be here alongside you. Thank you so much to my principal, Jennifer Ainsworth, for your unwavering support through the years. You have just been such an inspiration to me. We share the same philosophy of relationships before curriculum, and it is clear in all that you do how much you love our students. Thank you for gently nudging me and pushing me out of my comfort zone at times to share my knowledge of the science of reading and train our staff, among many other things that we work on together. Also, thank you to my husband and adult children. My husband has moved me so many times over my career, and he has always supported me, helping me build classroom furniture, purchasing parent volunteer gifts and student gifts, and allowing me to spend money on that darling lamp or classroom rug I just had to have. Also, I just want to say thank you for this whole process. I feel like it was such a great time to just take a step back and reflect on my 30-year career and all of the things that I've done along the way. Your application process allowed me to dig deeper into my students' data and reading habits, which I really appreciated as well. A story I wanted to share with you as I was reflecting on my career that I think all of you would appreciate is my mystery reader program that I've done for over a decade. In my classroom, I would invite parents and community members within the city and family members to come in and read to my students. And the only thing I asked is that they send in 3 clues about themselves that the student in the class would recognize and know. And then I would literally lay out red carpet, a long piece of red carpet for them to enter when it was their time. I would read the clues, and it was such a joy when a student would jump up and say, "That sounds like my grandpa." And then our guest of honor would walk in and we would clap, and then we would sit and listen to a sweet story of their choosing. It was such a beautiful time to build the love of literacy in my classroom. And we had family members, crossing guard, custodians, principals, librarians, and our district superintendent came out, and we even had the mayor of our city come out and read. In 2008, the local newspaper ran a story on my program, and what was so exciting was so many local teachers reached out to me afterwards to ask about it and ask how they could implement it into their classroom. And so I just felt like my love of literacy was just spreading throughout the community, which was amazing. Again, I just wanted to say thank you for this recognition. It really is humbling and such an honor that you chose me and that you're highlighting all of our work. And it is just with such great pleasure that I accept this award. Thank you so much.
Okay, let's give another round of applause to Vicky. What a great educator she is. And now we're going to go ahead and move on to Julie Dooley, and she will be introducing our next award.
Thrilled to introduce to you Paula Navarro. Paula is a teacher at March Middle School in Valverde Unified School District in Paris, California. It's not often that we get to recognize and celebrate a middle school educator, and I'm thrilled to hear all about her tonight from her presenter, Dr. Rosalind Henderson, proud principal. That's the way she signed her letter of recommendation. So I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Rosalind Henderson to share more about what makes Paula so special.
Thank you, Julie, and good evening, community, families, presenters, congratulations. I am definitely a proud principal, and these are the moments in your career that just really highlight all of the hard work that you're doing. One of the proudest moments for me is being able to work with such an amazing educator. Ms. Navarro is such a skilled technician. She is one of the few educators that I've had the privilege to work with that can balance technique along with relationships and heart. So to watch her in action is really just something mystical. When I reflected on this evening and her award presentation, Miss Navarro reminded me maybe 3 or 4 times to help me prep for this evening. So she is so detailed and organized in all that she does. She has made me a better administrator, a better human being, and every day I'm learning something new from her. So when I think of her core, Ms. Navarro has gone beyond literacy in the sense that the work she's doing at our middle school has spread throughout our district. It has spread to elementaries. It's even spread to the state level. She's taking students on a conference. Well, they have the opportunity to be keynotes. And the work she's doing with them is on helping them to unlearn all of the structures and constructs as adults that we put on the schooling process. And the depth of what she's having to do with the students has really been transformative at our site for the adults. And we've really had a paradigm shift of how at the middle school level we're able to learn from the students and really what the students bring. Her students are bringing not only from the classroom, but from their home life, and honoring their voice and honoring truly what they're learning. So this shift in our campus culture, I don't think I can articulate how powerful it is, and I only see more to come for her in the future. Since she's received this award, she's been able to promote into an instructional coach, which is exactly where she should be, having the ability to work with other new teachers, other tenured teachers, and really our whole district in leading this new transformation. So it is my honor and my pleasure to be able to present and congratulate Miss Paula Navarro, a dear friend and really my own mentor as well. So congratulations to Miss Paula Navarro.
Paula, what an incredible impact you are having. Let's come off mic. Let's cheer her on. Congratulations. Awesome. All right. Love everybody coming off the mic. I see families.
I don't
That's
hear you,
awesome.
Emma. I should hear Emma and Nina. Where are you guys cheering for mommy?
There we go. And now we're going to hear from Paula. That's awesome.
I just want to start off by saying thank you so much. I am so humbled and honored to be recognized today, and just my heart is full of gratitude for everyone here tonight and your very, very heartfelt words. So thank you so much. I want to start off also by mentioning that I am a byproduct of the amazing teachers that I had growing up. When I first moved to California, I moved from Colombia. I was born there, and I didn't know English at all. And they really took it upon themselves to teach me not only how to speak it, but also how to read and write. And it was through their hard work, their passion, their efforts that it really inspired me to also be a teacher myself and help students that are on that same journey. So I want to recognize them. I would also like to thank all of the people that have helped me get to where I am today. First and foremost, I want to thank the American Literacy Corporation for this recognition. Thank you for even having this award where teachers are recognized for their hard work. And I'm just very humbled and honored to receive it today. I would also like to thank Joni for your patience. I know I sent you a lot of emails in the beginning, and I'm just thank you because you were so responsive and you really helped me through the process. I would like to also give a shout out to my school district, the Val Verde Unified School District, which is the best district to work at. I am so honored to be an employee there and to continue to bring literacy into the classrooms and through your support. So thank you so much, VVUSD. You guys really make my job a lot easier, so thank you. I would also like to give a big shout out to my principal, Dr. Henderson. There are just no words to describe her. She is such a visionary and such a leader, and I'm truly thankful to work with you. You have really changed my career, and I will never have enough words to thank you for everything that you've done for me, but I do appreciate all of your support. Even when I have crazy ideas, you're always there to talk it through with me together. And I just thank you because I get to push that vision forward with you. And I'm just thankful that we make such a great team. So thank you. I would also like to thank my family, who has worked very hard to help me get to where I am. My parents, who always share my accomplishments. You guys are everything to me, and I wouldn't be where I am today without you. And I would also like to thank my husband, who's the rock in our family, the foundation. You are everything, honey. Thank you so much for your endless support, for watching our 2 daughters, who also motivate me, and just for always encouraging me and pushing me along. And last but not least, I do want to recognize my students in all of this, who were always so willing and so open to try new things with me, and they're the reason why I do this and why I will continue to do this. And I'm just so honored to have the best job in the world. So thank you so much. And
All right, congratulations again to Paula, and we're so glad that so many people are here to celebrate her accomplishments today. Let's give her one more round of applause or snap. All right, thank you, Paula. Now I'm going to introduce Lynn Gurney, who will be introducing our next
Thank you,
award.
Joni. It's truly my pleasure to introduce Nancy Rogers-Zagara, who teaches at St. Mary's College and is the proud project manager of the powerful program Heroes. Presenting the award is Dr. Adria Klein, who teaches at St. Mary's, and also joining to congratulate Nancy and celebrate her is Molly Snyder from the Mendocino Reading Chapter. So, and a wonderful quote from a letter from Paula Aja, who is the president of Gateway Reading Council, and Nancy is also a big part of that council. Take it away, Adria.
Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, everyone. Delighted to be here to help celebrate Nancy Rogers-Zagara. And it's very tough to think about somebody who's been in so many roles. I can't even begin. I started listing everything Nancy's done, from being a teacher, a principal, a county office site coordinator, county office coordinator, and now delightfully with us at St. Mary's College as site coordinator for our Comprehensive Literacy Center. She wears so many hats, including the grant coordinator for the Heroes Project nationally, her work in multilingual education, her work on the federal I-3 grants. The list is longer than I could make on 2 pages of paper. But I don't want to take much time except to say, I don't know anyone like Nancy who will always say yes. She talked about her favorite book, The Power of Yet, and yet at the same time, she always says, I haven't had time to do it yet, but it will get done. And it always does get done. I don't know how she can be in 3 places at once, but she can. And I am just delighted to be able to honor and recognize her incredible talents as a teacher, a researcher, an author, a leader, and a committed individual to all in the state of California, across the nation, and across the world. I don't know how to say it any larger than that, except to say the name Nancy Rogers-Zagara. Congratulations.
Thank you, Adria. And now joining us is Molly Snyder.
Hello, I am so honored to introduce my beloved dear friend and inspiring colleague, Dr. Nancy Rogers-Zagara, as she receives this very much deserved award tonight from the American Literacy Corporation. There are so many things to say about Nancy. She's larger than life. She's an inspiring force in education. A wise champion of literacy, she advocates for children and educators in the field. She calls leaders to rise and seize their potential. She always recognizes the magic of childhood, the real and the marvelous. I love that she chose the book, The Magic of Yet. That's so like her. Every child who works with her knows that she is there to help them grow, cultivate their skills, and build on their strengths while always having fun. Nancy illuminates grace and grit and always takes joy. With dedication, Nancy has strengthened schools, county offices, the California Department of Education initiatives, and yes, again, as Adria said, equity-driven multilingual education. She also teaches at the college levels and has presented at numerous conferences and managed an amazing teaching American history grant, which I got to take part in many years with her. She gifts books, endless amounts of books, to children and their families and schools, not only regionally, but internationally. So many sitting here and beyond this presentation tonight have been fortunate to share learning with her, a space that's so important because she sees you, she hears you, and she always has faith in your potential. She always recognizes the story and the journey of each literacy journey that we each share. Her work has been mighty and small, sometimes seen and not seen, but always very profound. She truly is an educator that leaves every moment a better place. I am so honored to share life and learning with you, Nancy.
Well said, Adria and Molly. Thanks for your inspiring, heartfelt words. And now we get to hear from Nancy Rogers-Segarra.
Thank you, Adria and Molly, for your glowing introductions. ALC, thank you for honoring and recognizing my literacy work with this award. I am humbled and very appreciative. Special thanks to Joni Smith and the ALC board for continuing your literacy work and always being there for teachers and CRA. I'm proud to be part of the long tradition of exceptional people who have previously received this honor, many of whom are in the audience today. About 30 years ago at a CRA conference, I had the pleasure of meeting Jo Stanchfield. I have always admired her commitment to improving literacy skills and honoring teachers, and so I'm doubly honored to be an ALC award recipient this year. My path to this award is like a flourishing learning tree. I was fortunate to grow up in a rich literacy environment, which was the soil that nourished my roots. My strong roots are my family. My grandmother Ruth, a reading specialist, taught me to read, love books, to love learning, and always stay curious. My father, an engineer, was a builder and problem solver. My mom was nurturing and always giving to others. And my brother and his family were always there to support me in my many educational projects, as were my wonderful husband, Elias, and my amazing daughter, Allison, whom were steadfast in good times and challenging times. I have the best family ever, and I couldn't have done it and been successful without your continued support. Thank you. My many opportunities to travel and live in other countries and get a top-notch education added to feeding my roots. The trunk of my tree was sustained and cultivated by many people who have mentored me, and especially Dr. Harry Singer, who was my PhD advisor. I have been on a quest to learn how to teach students to read for many years. He molded me into the teacher I am today. There are many branches on my tree, and I'm thankful to all who have helped my branches grow and thrive, such as CRA, the Gateway Reading Association, DKG, and Reading Recovery. Special thanks to Doctors Adria Klein, Barbara Schubert, and Linda Dorn, who really taught me how to teach reading, how to keenly observe a child, and use data to inform my teaching, which helped provide the gift of reading to thousands of students and many teachers. I want to thank my Heroes partner, Jenny Zuniga, and also I want to thank my many Reading Recovery and Heroes teachers I have taught, and the outstanding community of teachers I worked with at Kiwanis School. They shared my passion for books and learning and worked hard to give the power of literacy to countless children. Your role in my growth was essential, and I'm deeply grateful for your contributions. The many students I have taught are the cheerful birds that rested and learned on the branches of my learning tree, bringing immense joy to my work. It's all about the kids. As you can tell, many mentors, teachers, and students have been instrumental in shaping my work, and I'm deeply grateful for your support. In closing, all of you are the reason I'm getting this award, and I share it with each of you. Your support and encouragement have been invaluable to me, and I look forward to our continued collaboration in promoting literacy. I'm excited to use my award money to bring an author to Bellevue for funding the Gateway Reading Council Young Writers Celebration in May and continuing the California Young Reader Medal Program in over 10 schools in Sonoma County. Once again, my heartfelt thanks for this honor. Let's continue our shared mission of promoting literacy, spreading the love of books, reading, and writing. Together, we can inspire children to reach new heights through the power of literacy. Thank you so much.
And join me in congratulating Nancy and Adria and Molly.
All right, congratulations, Nancy. And that concludes our individual winners. This year we have 3 outstanding contributions to Literacy Award winners. Truly an inspirational event and a deserving group of winners. So I would like to raise a glass to toast to our winners. And I would personally like to thank our board for their amazing dedication. Our board members work very hard, knowing there's never been a more important time to acknowledge, celebrate, and reward educators. And finally, I'd like to end with a quote from Dr. Joe, but please stay with us because we want to take some gallery pictures before people leave for the rest of the evening. You, the teacher, hold the key, the golden key that can open the magic door to the wonderful world of books. The greatest adventure in school, and perhaps in life, is learning to read. You, the teacher, have the privilege of making this adventure a successful and exciting one. Pause for a moment to consider how important you are. So go forth and hold high the torch of literacy. Dr. Joe Stanchfield, founder of American Literacy Corporation. So let's raise a glass and toast to our winners and our board and Dr. Joe, and remember to smile. And I wish everyone a wonderful evening, and thank you for coming to join us.